Welcome, welcome, welcome. I have a question for you. How happy are you right now? On a scale of 1 to 10, how happy are you? And how happy are you on a regular basis? And if I could share with you a strategy that could help you increase your happiness, whether you're mad, sad, happy, depressed, or however you're happy are right now, would you stick around for the whole show? I hope you do.
Cowboy.
Welcome to a daily dose of greatness class with your host, Trevor Crane, my daddy. He is going to help you take your life and business to the next level.
Here I come to save the day.
Trevor Crane here, 11-time #1 best-selling author and the founder of Epic Author Publishing, coming to you live every day so you can plug in every day to build your ideal business so you can live your ideal life.
If my daddy can do it, then anybody can do it because he's a weirdo.
You're supposed to make me sound cool.
All right, well, welcome back. Now, this has been a focus of mine for quite some time because in the past, I rarely felt happy. I rarely felt joy. I felt different emotions like try to be achievement. I felt angry. I felt frustration. I felt like different desires, but I have had a lot of challenges in my life, as I'm sure you have too. And there have been, and I realized that I didn't want to spend my life suffering. Tony Robbins talks about this, and he said that he has had different mentors in his life that helped him focus on the questions that he asks himself and what he can do to change his focus so that he can have a more joyous life and have more happiness in it, even though he might be frustrated because he's got a lot of challenges going on with like a million companies that he's got or whatever it is. So I want to give you a strategy today, or two actually, that have worked really well for me, that helped me when I was at some of my lowest times. And this is something that I did a little bit of homework on. I actually did some scientific research about this, so check this out and then follow along with me and do this exercise for yourself. I think you're going to see it as a great challenge today. I have a 30-day goal-setting challenge that I do with some of my new clients that come in, and I'll bring them in, and I'll give it to you as a gift if you want to join me. It's a 30-day challenge, and this is one of the challenges from one of the days, or at least part of it, and I think you're going to like it a lot. Now, scientists have proven that one of the greatest contributing factors to your overall happiness in your life is how much gratitude you can show. And oftentimes when we're suffering, when we're angry at something, when we're upset about something, when we're anxious about something, just the other day my daughter was crying big alligator tears because she thought I wronged her, and she was really upset at me and mad at me. So she was crying and upset, and I had to use some different strategies to try to help my 10-year-old daughter. Which surprisingly it can be more challenging than sometimes I have with my clients. But at any rate, when you're in that state, one of the things you're thinking of is you're basically just thinking about yourself, and you're thinking about all of these challenges you have. And the truth is that it's hard to be grateful. It's hard to be grateful when you're in anger or fear. And when you can change your focus to gratitude instead of some of these other emotions, like fear disappears. They can't live in the same place. But I mean, just getting into a happy place when you're mad or depressed is easier. When you're mad or depressed or pissed off, that is not the thing you want to hear. Certainly not my daughter. So here's the thing, is that I would challenge you to get out of yourself, to stop focusing on yourself in this situation. In fact, my wife and daughter and I just watched this movie called The Love Guru by Mike Myers. And in The Love Guru, he's got this silly, he has this tattoo on the back of his hand called drama. And the first part of him helping somebody starts with the D letter. That's the acronym for how he helps somebody. And he was helping the character in the movie. And the first thing that he helps people with is distraction. Like if you're focused on you, and you're focused on whatever it is that you feel like lost less or something that is like making you suffer, then you're just focused on you. It's a very internal thing about how you lost something, about how the scarcity or whatever it is that you're angry about. And so the shift is to try to get your focus on something else. So that's really cool to do with the questions that you ask. So follow along with me here. Instead of just telling you this, why don't you just do it with me? Step number 1 is to close your eyes. And I want you to think of someone who has really been influential in your life. somebody who did something really amazing or important for you. Somebody who you would look at and go, like, that's a person who changed your life or really cared and contributed to your life at some stage. Just imagine that person real quick. And then here's what I want you to do. Your challenge today is to write down as much as you can about why this person is so important to you. And I did this just yesterday. I took on the challenge, and I've done this several times because I put this in one of my books, like I said. And I wrote about my dad. And I wrote about how my dad has made a difference in me and how he always believed in me. And I had two fathers. I had my birth father and then a stepfather. My birth father always believed in me. My stepfather was oftentimes a big jackass and say not nice things about me and what I was capable of. And both of them motivated me in different ways. One was like pulling me towards what I could be. And the other was like I just wanted to succeed in spite of him being a jackass. So here's the thing. I want you to imagine who it is for you. Who is that person? And then I want you to write one page about why this person has this impact for you. And when I wrote about this with my dad, I remembered a time when I was 11 years old and I needed to pass this presidential physical fitness test. And it was that you had to do push-ups and pull-ups and sit-ups and whatever it was. And in school, I was pretty competitive, and some of my friends had been doing pretty well. We'd do this physical challenges during PE or something like that. And then they keep track of it, and then we get scored and whatever. So I went to my dad, and I was real upset because some of my friends were able to do 10 pull-ups. And I was like, man, there's no way I'm going to be able to do 10 pull-ups. I'm going to look stupid. And so I went to him, and my dad gave me this great strategy about how I could increase my pull-ups. At the time, I didn't even know how many I could do. I went in and I only did 5. And my dad gave me this formula, this see it, say it, feel it formula. And I was able to go ahead and overcome, and I ended up doing 10 pull-ups on the day that I needed to do the 10. But I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do 11. Inside of a month, I was able to do 11 pull-ups. So he helped me double my success. Now, I'm not here to tell you that see it, say it, share it formula. If you follow me or if you join my 30-day book challenge or 30-day goal setting challenge, then I'm going to go ahead and share that with you. So you're going to get that story. But what I want to share with you is this is what I wrote about my dad. Because at a time when I was really stressed out and he was working, my dad was a horseshoer, and it was really hot in Arizona, and he was bending down underneath a horse trying to shoe the horse. He was there for me, and he believed in me, and he gave me a strategy that I was able to implement, and then it changed my life. It made me believe that I could do just about anything. So these are powerful things. So when I wrote this letter, it shifted how I felt. And then in this study, and they went ahead, and I saw this as a YouTube video, and you've got to check this out. You really should join me on the 30-day challenge. By the way, you can do that. You can get in touch with me and just ask to join the 30-day challenge. Download my app, text message Trevor to 36260, and then there should have my contact information in there. You can get in touch with me on social media, or I think you can even get my personal cell phone number, and you can text message me if that's still available there, or someone on my team, and we'll put you into the 30-day challenge for free, and you can check this out. But what was my point here? I want to go ahead and, this is what they did. So after you write this letter, the intention is that you now share it with somebody else, with the person that you wrote about. And on this video that I share with you in the 30-day challenge, it makes you cry. It makes you tear up. You see all these people that went through the scientific process of how happy they were before they wrote this letter, how they felt after the letter, and then how they felt after they communicated to this other person. So expressing gratitude ended up increasing people's happiness level by like 20% or up to 20% just by writing a letter about the things that you appreciated about somebody else and then sharing it with them. And I did this yesterday on Facebook. I posted it publicly about my dad, and then I went ahead and I said I would do a video for him to share this with him. I haven't shared it with him yet, but that's my goal today, is to share it with him and to read it to him. And I'm going to make a private video for him so he's got it. So it's not just a phone call. That's my stress. That's what I'm going to do. But here's my challenge to you, is to let's take you back to what I learned from the Love Guru. First thing is if you're focused on yourself and you're focused on something that's pissing you off and getting you upset, you need to distract yourself. I think it's a great strategy. In the movie, they did a whole bunch of fun things. And with my daughter, I've done a lot of different fun things. At one stage when she was real upset, I would just show her a funny cat video because it would distract her into something else. My daughter likes cats. She'd start laughing, and then I could get her to focus on something new. For you, you can do whatever you want to distract yourself with, but let's pick something that's healthy and good for you. And in this case, try this exercise. So again, I'm just going to remind you, who is it in your life who's been really influential to you? And then your challenge today is to write them a letter, at least one page. And then instead of just mailing it to them, call them up and then share it with them. Read it to them and see how it makes you feel. See, this is something that's available at your fingertips. It takes a pen or pencil. You get to write it out and then pick up a phone. And what you can find is that this focus on someone else instead of just you can make you feel better. It's the expression of gratitude. And anyway, that's all I got for you today. What makes you happy? Answer that question for you and try to use this exercise. I think you're going to love it. And when you share it with this other person that you care about, I think they're going to really appreciate it too. Make today freaking phenomenal. And if you like this episode, please share it with somebody. Please give us a thumbs up and comment on iTunes. And I can't wait to see you on another Daily Dose of Greatness Quest tomorrow.
To get even more awesomeness, which means all my best stuff, download my app by texting Trevor to 36260. It will show up right on your cell phone. Just text message the word Trevor to 36260. Talk to you soon.